In the peaceful city of Denver, Colorado, where the Rocky Mountains framed the skyline and golden sunlight often spilled across quiet neighborhoods, lived a woman named Olivia Harris, a 34-year-old elementary school teacher known for her kindness, patience, and the warm smile she carried wherever she went. She had been married to Andrew Harris, a 36-year-old software engineer, for nearly 10 years, and together they shared a cozy home on the edge of the city with their lively golden retriever Max, who was more than just a pet. He was family. Andrew's job often required him to travel for days at a time, and though Olivia missed him whenever he was gone, she tried to keep herself busy with her work and Max's boundless energy. One week Andrew was scheduled for a business trip to Chicago, leaving Olivia at home with Max. She didn't mind. She loved spending time with her dog, but the house always felt a little emptier without Andrew's presence. On the first evening of his trip, Olivia invited her longtime friend Samantha Reed, a 33-year-old nurse who lived nearby, to come over. Samantha and Olivia had been best friends since college, and they often helped each other through life's ups and downs. That night, as the two women sat on the porch sipping tea, Max bounded across the yard, chasing after a ball with endless excitement. "You know," Samantha said with a laugh, "Max is one of the smartest dogs I've ever seen. Have you ever thought about teaching him something new?" Olivia smiled and replied, "He knows sit, stay, and fetch, but I've never really gone beyond that. Andrew keeps saying he's clever enough to learn more, but I just haven't tried." Samantha leaned forward, her eyes sparkling, and said, "Then let's do it. While Andrew is away, let's surprise him. We'll teach Max a trick he'll never forget." And so the little project began. The next morning Samantha returned with a bag of dog treats and an enthusiasm that matched Max's playful spirit. They decided on a trick that was both fun and useful, teaching Max to bring the TV remote when asked. It sounded ambitious, but Olivia was excited by the idea of surprising Andrew with Max's new skill. The days that followed were filled with laughter, patience, and more than a few comical failures. At first, Max only wanted to chew on the remote. Other times, he would proudly bring over a shoe, a sock, or even Samantha's bag instead. But Olivia and Samantha didn't give up. They rewarded every small step with treats, cheers, and affectionate pats. Slowly Max began to understand. He learned to identify the remote by scent and sight, and within a week he was running to fetch it with growing accuracy. Olivia felt her heart swell each time he succeeded. The house, once lonely without Andrew, was now filled with joy and purpose. But it wasn't just Max who was learning. Through the process, Olivia realized something about herself. Teaching Max required patience, persistence, and encouragement. The same value she carried into her classroom as a teacher, but one she often forgot to apply to her own life. She remembered the time she had doubted herself, wondering if she was capable enough, strong enough, or smart enough, and yet here she was, guiding her dog toward success step by step. One evening, after a long day of training, Olivia and Samantha sat on the living room floor, Max resting his head in Olivia's lap. Samantha looked at her friend with admiration and said, "You know, Olivia, you're amazing. The way you encourage Max. It's inspiring. I think Andrew is going to be blown away." Olivia's eyes softened as she replied, "I hope so. But more than that, I think I needed this. Teaching him has reminded me that small steps matter. That even when things seem slow, progress is still happening." Finally, the day came when Andrew returned home. Olivia and Samantha had prepared for the big reveal. As Andrew set down his suitcase, Olivia greeted him with a hug and whispered, "We have a surprise for you." Andrew raised an eyebrow with curiosity as he followed Olivia into the living room. Max wagged his tail, practically bouncing with excitement. "Max, bring the remote," Olivia commanded with a bright smile. To Andrew's astonishment, Max trotted across the room, picked up the remote gently in his mouth, and carried it back to Olivia, dropping it perfectly into her hands. The look on Andrew's face was priceless, his eyes wide with amazement, then breaking into laughter. "Are you serious? He actually did that," Andrew exclaimed. Olivia and Samantha burst into laughter as Max barked proudly, tail wagging furiously. "That's incredible," Andrew said, kneeling down to hug Max. "You really did it. Both of you." The moment was more than just about a dog learning a trick. It was about love, effort, and the bond they all shared. Andrew hugged Olivia tightly, whispering, "Thank you for keeping the house full of love even when I'm gone." That evening the three of them, Olivia, Andrew, and Samantha, sat together watching Max perform his new trick over and over again, laughing until their sides hurt. For Olivia, it wasn't just about impressing her husband. It was about realizing that even in moments of absence, life could still be full of connection, growth, and joy. In the weeks that followed, Max's trick became a family favorite. Guests who visited were delighted to see him bring the remote on command, and Olivia took pride in knowing she had made it happen. She also discovered a renewed sense of strength in herself, a reminder that she could take on challenges and succeed. Her friendship with Samantha deepened as well. Together, they had shared not only laughter and determination, but also the reminder that life's small victories could be just as meaningful as the big ones. And so, in their little Denver home with the Rocky Mountains standing tall in the distance, Olivia, Andrew, and Max continued to build a life full of love, laughter, and unexpected surprises. What started as a simple idea while her husband was away became a cherished memory that would stay with them forever. A story they would one day tell again and again.